That's good.
Okay. Wait, now I can't.
Great face. Well, now I know how to make you laugh. Point a camera at you and tell you to be serious. Well, it's day one of the move to Florida. We left Denver about an hour ago, headed down to Amarillo, Texas for our first night. And we're going to Amarillo because the best donuts in the entire world are in Amarillo, Texas. So stay tuned and you'll see more about that. Never been to Colorado, and like me, had this vision of Colorado as being a place in the mountains and surrounded by mountains and snow-capped mountains and mountains. This is what most of Colorado really looks like. Morning of day 2, we're in Amarillo, Texas, and we're going the wrong way because we're driving west right now, because the reason we came to Amarillo, Texas is for the greatest donuts in the entire world, the cherry frosted donut at the donut stop. So we're going out of our way to go get donuts before we head back into the vast nothingness of Texas. We would almost be of living here. All right, let's drive. So it's been 5 or 6 hours on the road today, and there's not a lot of footage to show you because holy cow, is it a boring drive. There's just not a lot to see between Amarillo and Arkansas. We're stopping in Arkansas for the night to visit some of my family and get some of my dad's things, and then just crash for the night. So today is what day is today? Day 3?
Day 3.
I think it's day 3. Today's day 3. We just left my dad's house in Arkansas, and I got a couple of his things to bring home, but I got a penis bone. The hotel in Memphis, which has this kind of surprising window view thing, not what we were expecting. But hey, sewing related content, check this out. The toiletry items here at the hotel has a little sewing kit. Little scissors and a pin and some buttons and some there. A little bit of thread. I'm almost tempted to take it. I don't think that would be stealing, right? But I don't really have any use for it. But anyway, I thought it was funny. So it's morning of day 4, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Day 4.
I lose count. I think it's Saturday.
It's Saturday.
It's apparently Saturday. And we are leaving Memphis, and we're getting a very late start this morning, but that's intentional because today we get slug burgers. And today's kind of a weird day. Maybe I should hold off while I not run over people. I know, kids. Yeah.
It's alright, kids.
Do you think there's any way, maybe?
You can like close your thing.
Could we possibly?
I don't know. Oh yeah, they
Thank
are.
you.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, today's a weird day because we travel for about 6 hours today. I'm actually right here. Hello. Oh, if we can get out of the parking lot. I have to say though, like, everybody's been nice this whole trip. Like, we haven't had anybody yet, knock on wood, be particularly rude or a problem. But anyway, right, so today's a weird day because we're gonna travel for like 6 hours, but we're gonna lose 2 hours because we're gonna cross one time zone, and then tonight is either the beginning or the end of daylight savings time. I don't think anybody really knows which way it goes, but so we have to roll the clock forward an hour tonight, so it's gonna be kind of a weird time thing today. But anyway, so we're headed for Corinth, Mississippi to get slug burgers, and you'll just have to wonder what those are until I show you. All right, so we made it to Corinth, Mississippi, and we're here to go to Borum's drugstore. It's an old drugstore that's been in continuous operation since like 1866 or 68 or something. I'll post the right number. Anyway, they have something called a slug burger there. It's not a burger, and it's not made of slugs. Oops. So, a slug burger is a mixture of ground pork and flour made into a patty, and it was a cheap sandwich in the Depression era. Apparently the term slug was a colloquialism for a nickel. So let's go get a slug burger. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So we've made it to Cartersville, Georgia, and we're beat. I don't know why. I think it's just too many nights on the road now. We're kind of tired. And so to our disappointment, the hotel we're staying at, it's a kind of a extended stay place, but we're only here for a night. It has dishes and a microwave and a big refrigerator and stuff. And that was cool. We picked up some food from a grocery store, so the dishes were a nice surprise, except they're dirty. I mean, they've like, it looks like they've been through the dishwasher and not all the food came off, kind of thing. You know, okay, it's kind of excusable, but then the Wi-Fi didn't work. Okay, you know, I mean, stuff happens. I don't really need the Wi-Fi tonight, not a big deal. But then there's this. So if I turn on the TV and when the screen comes up, you'll get, okay, there it is. So you get the screen and this menu stuff. Well, I pushed every button I could think of that made any sense on the remote control. Nothing would work, so finally I gave up and I called the front desk. And she said, "Oh, it's the mute button." It's the mute button. Of course, it's the. I mean, why wouldn't it be the mute button? And here we go. There's the mute button right there. Boom. Oh, look at that. Of course, it mutes the sound. Push it again. Sound comes back. Well, I mean, they could have left a note on the remote or something if it's going to be that weird. Oh well. Good morning. It's day 5. I never know what day it is. Is it day 5?
I think it's day 5.
Yes, that would make sense because tomorrow's the last day. So it's day 5. We're entering the metro Atlanta area. We just had breakfast with my brother and his family. It was very nice. And now we're headed through Atlanta. And I'd love to say I planned it this way, but we're just kind of got lucky. It's Sunday morning. So hopefully the traffic won't be too terribly bad. Today we're headed for Ocala, Florida, which is a little over 6 hours away. And we'll stop for the night there. See Just for the record, Coke, if you're listening, I hate this machine. So the missus of all trades over here and I have moved a bunch because we're not very smart and we get bored and want to move somewhere else. And often when we do, people who know us or find out that we're moving seem like they're kind of shocked that we would take on such an undertaking to move to another state. And to me, like, it's not that big of a deal. You take all your stuff, put it in boxes, put the boxes in a truck, drive the truck across the country, get to the new place, take the boxes out, take your stuff out of the boxes, boom, you're done. But
Yeah, I don't think so.
what do you mean?
So there's a lot that goes into consideration in moving. If you do have a job, try to get relocation. If you're moving without jobs, you need to consider, do you need short-term insurance? And shop around for quotes. Then for your trip, how long are you going to take to get there? Are you going to drive or are you going to fly? We had to book hotels, find out if they accepted animals. Consider, are you going to drive your vehicles across the U.S. or are you going to ship them? We decided to ship ours because they have high miles on them. And we rented a vehicle. How big of a vehicle do you need? Our stuff that we're taking with us as far as clothing to wear every day, our box of stuff for when we get to our destination. We need sheets, we need towels, we need extra canned cat food, we need the litter boxes, etc. Because the moving company doesn't arrive for up to 5 days after we get to our destination. For the moving company, you have to give them the dates that you're going to be leaving and then when you expect to get to your destination. And that's not only for your household, but also for your cars. Are you going to need to rent a vehicle while you're there because you don't have your vehicles yet? As far as packing, packing is not so simple. Packing up all our goods in boxes so that the movers can take it with them. Okay, what do we not want to pay the movers to move? Because it's expensive to move. So what are you going to sell at a garage sale? Do you have time for a garage sale? What can you have the donation sites come pick up for you? Or what do you want to give away that you don't want to bring with you? It's not easy to get rid of things. It really isn't. You have to call and cancel several things, like, for example, electric and cable and gym membership, trash pickup. And then also if you have a barbecue grill, you need to return the propane tanks.
I didn't want to bring propane bottles in an enclosed van with us and the cats in it, just for safety reasons. So that might not be a consideration for you, but it was one thing that we had to do.
And then also just setting up those same utilities at the place that you're moving to. There's other things to consider too, like auto insurance. And then while we were doing all this, or mostly me,
That's true.
I also had to deal with the title company as far as selling our house.
So basically, you put all your stuff in boxes, put the boxes on the truck,
No.
do all that stuff she said, and then take the boxes out. Okay. Okay, so there's a little bit more to it.
It requires a lot of work, but it's totally doable. And
Yeah,
you make lists, and you get through those lists, check off.
And if you can't get check off, is Sulu okay? I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Welcome to Florida. Did I ever tell you about the time that I went to?
Yes.
Well, to cut to the chase, we've made it. We're here. The last day kind of fell apart a little bit. We got to the hotel in Ocala, and it was just pretty much a dump. A very reputable chain. They're actually getting ready to renovate it, so hopefully that'll improve if we ever go there again. Ocala has some awesome mountain biking, so we're definitely going to be visiting Ocala again. In any event, when we got there and saw the condition of the hotel and the room, the air conditioner wasn't working, things like that, we just decided, you know what, 3 more hours and we can be at our new home. So we pushed on through and got here late at night, and we've actually been here for about a week now. To kind of close up the video, I want to tell you about some of the things that didn't go as well as they might have. In the grand scheme of things, nothing bad happened. We're here, we're happy, and most of our stuff is here. But anyway, here we go. So on our way to the house on that last day when we decided to push on through, the guy delivering the cars called and said he was here, and he wasn't supposed to be here until the following day. We didn't have any way to have somebody meet him that evening, so he agreed to bring the cars first thing in the morning. We agreed to meet at the location we were supposed to meet him at 8 o'clock in the morning. Then he called back and said 10:30 in the morning. Okay, no big deal. That works out great for us. So at 10:20 we arrived at the agreed upon meetup place, and we called him, and he said he was 200 miles away. Okay, so long story short, after a lot of back and forth, we got our cars at about 7 p.m. that evening, which was up to 10 days earlier than we might have gotten them, so that's kind of okay. I mean, we got them soon, which is great. Just would have been nice if we didn't waste a couple of hours of our time going to meet him when he wasn't even anywhere close to being there, that kind of thing. Wasn't the best customer service experience we've had, but the cars arrived and they were fine, and so no problem. Then we were notified that about 2/3 of our belongings were going to be delivered to us on time, and the other third, we still don't know when that's coming. Apparently what happened is another family that was using the same mover had more belongings than they were estimated to have, and they put multiple families, multiple households on one trailer, and so the trailer didn't have room to put our stuff on, not because of us. We had exactly the right amount of stuff that we were supposed to, but because somebody else had too much. So they got their stuff on time, we were waiting for our stuff. Not that big of a deal. We got our bed, we got our couch, we got TVs and things, the dishes and stuff. So we can live like we are. But 5 of my 6 sewing machines aren't here. In fact, the ones I use the most, and I do make things and sell them, and I don't have a job at the moment, so I could be busily making items to sell to you fine folks if you want to buy anything. And can't really do it. I have one machine, but it's not really the one that I use the most for the kind of things I want to do. So I'll make do, but it's just kind of annoying. Like, we did what we were supposed to do, and somehow we're the ones being penalized. So long story short, most of our stuff is here, and what arrived seems to be intact as far as we've been able to tell so far. And hopefully the rest of it will arrive soon. So, all that being said, we're loving it here. It actually got cold the first 2 days we were here. It was, I think, 43 or 45 or something one morning when I woke up, which is freezing down here. I mean, that feels way colder than 20 does in Colorado. We went to the beach one day, and it was super windy and cold, and it was just kind of like, and we drove 2,000 miles, and this is what we get. But it's been warming up ever since then, and I'm sure I'll be complaining about the heat in another week or two. But so I think that's a good place to end this. If you're a subscriber, thanks for sitting through this. I hope there was something of value to you. If you're not a subscriber of my channel, go check out some of my sewing videos, and maybe you'll like something about it. Maybe you'll embrace that hobby too. If you're not a subscriber and you just watched this video because you're thinking about moving, thanks for watching. And yeah, I think that's it. See ya.